Welcome back. You're here with me, Barry Funkhauser, and look who's next to me. It's Tristan Dolce. Hey, man,
How's it going?
So
Not bad.
I know you in the real world where every time I see you, you're plugging things in and
Unplugging
you're
things.
unplugging things and looking at mixers and faders, but you have some incredible secret news that we just found out. You've got an album that you're working on. We just heard Willow Springs, which came
Yeah.
out last month, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a while coming. It's been about a year in the songs have existed for a long time, but the record had got put down on tape like last year, about a year ago.
Now, did you make it all? Are you the producer of all these instruments, or do you have a band that you put together? What's the deal there?
No, I put together a band and of amazing musicians, and we tracked the record live basically in one day, like just playing the songs down. And it was kind of the only way that I could get the record done and it be definitely done. You know what I mean? I would spend so long nitpicking things and re-recording different versions of different songs, and I just decided, like, the only way I'm going to get this done if it's done in one day.
Okay, you took it like that, like you had a job to do. You were gonna see. That's the producer in you, Tristan. This is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Like, it's surprising that is this like. Have you been a musician before? Like, have you been playing music for a while? Tell us about your story.
Yeah, I grew up playing in bands since I was pretty young, middle school, like dumb, weird little bands that played the community center
Is it
some
like
of
in
those bands
SoCal? Are you in
turned.
SoCal when you're into
Yeah,
doing this? Is okay, cool.
right. I grew up in Long Beach, and all of my friends were musicians, and we put together bands and different configurations, and we'd been doing that on and off in different configurations for years. And some of the people in those bands played on this record, which is cool.
So you have good relationships with musicians. I hear sometimes that's hard to come by when you're so focused on making the right song. Sometimes you
Right.
gotta like replace your drummer 2 or 3 times along the way, or like, I used to be like the bassist was my girlfriend back in the first part of it,
Yeah.
and now I had to. But you have it all set. You got all your friends together, right? And these are pretty good
Yes.
musicians too. That's really cool.
Yeah, they were. I mean, the band that played on the record is not. I'm not particularly close. They're not like best friends, and that was kind of an intentional thing. I wanted people to walk in kind of cold, and like, we didn't do a rehearsal. Like, I gave them the demos for the record, and they played it down, and we were done. Like, everybody got to go home early.
That's amazing. You've streamlined this whole thing.
Mm. It felt kind of
Fascinating.
like that.
Yeah.
I definitely pined over the mixes, like, as I am wont to do for most recordings.
I mean, that's not surprising to me, man. You're always clicking
Mhm.
on things.
Sure.
So what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna go on tour? Is that what is next for? Is the band Tristan Dolce? Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm Tristan.
You're Tristan? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's me.
I was just making sure I
Um,
was talking to the
it's the
right
name on
person.
yeah. I don't think there'll be like a bus with that name on it or anything, but um, I'm not intending to take it on the road.
I
Um,
see.
but I will play a few local shows um, and stuff like that. I'm putting together a live recording of the record sometime this month.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you're out there playing it yet with these people.
I have not yet, but I am. It's in the works currently.
That's far out, dude.
Yeah.
If you could play anywhere in SoCal,
Mm.
here's the question. I mean, because you've been at all the places,
Yeah.
you've seen all the tech behind it too. Where would you play?
Sure. Uh, one of my favorite theaters, and I have played there many, many years ago. And it was a fantastic experience. The Henry Fonda is an amazing club. I love that club. I love the size is perfect. Yeah, that's a great club.
I've never been there, but I've seen the big neon sign, and I've always
Sure.
wanted to go. You know.
Yeah, you should. I've seen many, many great shows, unforgettable shows, and
That's cool.
they have a really nice like outdoor section on the roof where they project the show if you want to take a break and go outside.
Okay, so let's talk about where your writing comes from. Are you writing these lyrics too? And do you consider yourself a producer? I mean, I know the answer to this because I asked a lot of bands. Are you a producer or a performer? And like, in what concoction is that? So like, where do you stand in this?
Yeah, I think on this record, I intentionally wanted to perform the songs in a way that it didn't feel like I was producing them step by step, like behind a computer the whole time. And so I didn't. I definitely perform. I performed these songs more than I produced them, which is the way that I wanted to do it.
Do you write lyrics down in a notebook and stuff, or on your phone?
Yeah, I definitely have many notebooks with many versions of the songs in them.
Do you do like what Lady Gaga does and like use the audio record and like la da da dee da and then like forget it and then come back later? Do you do that?
I do use the audio recorder pretty regularly because I will forget what I'm doing.
Now, let's talk about the creative process behind this. Like, where are you as a writer? What are these songs like? What are these songs about? Willow Springs just came out. Alaska's, I think it's just dropped. Congratulations on that one. Two's hard. One's hard to do. Two's even harder.
Sure.
But I'm sensing some sort of map questy kind of vibe that you have going on here. Maybe destination trips. Because you got Willow Springs, which is probably a city name. It might even be in Alaska. So is there some hidden like travel situation going on here?
No, but I didn't think that the first two singles are locations, but they are. The rest of the record is not. But Willow Springs is a place here in Signal Hill that is like they turned it into a city park. But when I was growing up, it was just a vacant lot that the petroleum company like disused many years ago. And it was a place to just be a teenager and hang out and smoke cigarettes and drink beers. But now it's not that. It's a city park, and they've spruced it up. And the song kind of like looks at that like loss of place a little bit. The song is loosely based off of a Salinger short story called Raise High the Roof Beam Carpenters, where the main character is going to his brother's wedding, but he shows up at the wedding and his brother just is a no-show. And so the story is about what he does with the other participants in that wedding. And I thought it would be interesting to set that story over the course of a day's run, like an exercise run. I run pretty regularly, so I think about all sorts of crazy things, like I'm sure most people do when they run. But I thought about, what if you came across this situation during a run, and what would you do? And would you join the wedding party? And so that's kind of what that song is. It's a surreal song for sure.
I love it. I love that you were running and it came to you.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, and I could relate, that Social D song. I didn't write it, but like the pool hall I grew up and hung out as a kid is now 7-Eleven. You know,
Totally.
so I feel it's kind of the same vine, right?
A little bit. Willow Springs was just the place where I was running when I thought of it,
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
and and then I thought like, oh well, it kind of makes sense to have a wedding here, maybe now, not the way that it looked before, but now it does. Yeah,
Oh, like look what they've done to this park, man. It's like
right.
this is like a big old park now.
You would not recognize it.
Yeah, it's like it used to be a bunch of oil here, man. Now it's like, you
Right.
can have your bar mitzvah over here.
Sure.
That's funny. All right, well, when is the whole album coming out, Tristan?
The record comes out on January 12th. I'm very excited to show everyone, and we'll be playing shows, a few shows here and there. I'll be.
Are you gonna have an album release party?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Probably sooner than later.
Cool.
So I should have that together in the next couple of weeks.
What's it called? Can you tell us what the album's called, or is it a secret till it drops?
No, the album is called Medium True.
Okay.
It's kind of. I thought most of the things that I write about are they have an undertone of humor. I like to like split the difference between something enormously sad and funny, and I think that medium true is just the phrase medium true is kind of a sad idea and funny.
Well, that's just medium true. It's not
Right.
fully true. It's just
Right. Kind of like a rare steak, or it's like medium steak. Not all.
all right. Well, let's play this new one, Alaska, because I'm excited. I'm congratulating you for your record because it's hard to make. How many songs are on it?
8 songs.
It's hard to
9
make 8.
if you buy the cassette.
Oh, you got it out on cassette? Is that what you were holding up earlier?
Yes.
Oh, dude, do you want to show us that earlier now? Oh my gosh, there it is right there. And you've decided to go analog. How
yes.
about that? The digital guy in you said, nope, not today. And you didn't do the whole...
it was
You didn't do
maybe
the-
more of a factor of fiscal responsibility.
Oh, I see.
But yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like do it all on Zoom digitally. You had them all go to a room together.
No.
It's like, we're all going to
No.
jam, man. Here it is. You've never seen it before. Let's see how good you are. Right. I love that. I love the whole idea, man. Are you thinking about your second album yet or what?
Yeah, I got some songs in the can ready to start thinking about the next one. But yeah, I'll it's down the line, but it's coming.
I can't wait to buy Dolce Vita on vinyl. One of your future records, I'm assuming.
Sure. Yes.
Well, Tristan, thanks for coming on, man. It's great to hear from you and talk to you. I mean, I'll see you in the office, but it's nice to see you here. Can you tell us about Alaska here?
Yeah,
for sure, man. Tell us about this song.
Alaska is again loosely based on a short story, but that kind of ended after like the first line, and then I went off on my own story, but it's a very narrative song that if you listen to the lyric, it describes the story of someone who is watching the world change around them and kind of refusing to change with it, and if it turns out that he ends up changing, it would be purely coincidental.
I see. Just by accident. Whoops. Oh, look what I've done. I've stepped on a bug and now everything's purple. Well, that's cool, man. Well, Tristan Dolce, you got a website out there? How can we follow you?
Yeah, the record is being sold through the label's website, which is Camping Songs. It's campingsongs.com, and you can buy the tapes there, and you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. And I'm around on the social media things. Yeah,
Cool, man. Well, I hope to have you on. Anytime you have another song out, please come back.
dude,
We'll talk more about everything. And
I'm in.
hey, man, let's spin it. Here comes Alaska from Tristan Dolce. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Barry.